Thank you, Madam Speaker. To the bill.
To the bill.
Colleagues, it's great listening to this conversation, and I'm highly appreciative of the thoughtful nature of it. So there is a better way, and I've spent most of my life in my little area trying to figure out how to drive up the economy of a economically challenged environment. And so I have some thoughts to share with you on what we might do to make what I think is going to pass today better. But I can't leave my district thinking that I didn't once again alert you all to the incredibly negative consequences of what is about to happen. There's a great article, and I've given people copies of it from The Economist magazine, and part of it appeared in my op-ed in the Oregonian. And it reads, "Modest minimum wages do not seem to sap demand for labor. Truckloads of studies from both America and Europe show that at low levels, below 50% of median full-time income, with a lower rate for young people, minimum wages do not destroy many jobs. By moving toward sharply higher minimum wages, policymakers are accelerating into a fog. Little is known about the long-run effects of modest minimum wages." Modest minimum wage. This is not a modest increase. And nobody knows what big rises will do at any time horizon. It is reckless to assume that because low minimum wages have seemed harmless, much larger ones must be too. So we don't have to take it from The Economist magazine. We can take it from our own Legislative Revenue Office, who wrote a letter last year in addressing this issue. This letter says, in part, from our LRO office, dated February 2nd, 2015, "The following two charts are the result of an initial analysis of the impact of increasing Oregon's minimum wage from $9.10 to $11.10, not 15, 11. The results are broadly consistent with the existing literature. The first-year impact on employment is a statewide reduction of roughly 2,900 jobs. This impact increases through 2025 when the long-term reduction in jobs stabilizes at 20,000. Now that was at $11 an hour. We're now going to 15. That's our own LRO office. 50% of median wage is where we start to see job loss. My five counties, $12.50 is targeted in 6 years. That would be 78% of median wage. Lake County, 80%, Baker County, 83%, Harney County, 83%, Malheur County, 86% of median wage, not 50%. This is not a case of what will happen. My minimum wage, our minimum wage of $9.25, is $2 an hour higher than the current minimum wage in Idaho. Businesses are already leaving. They have been leaving. This is not something that a phase-in is going to fix. No, what a phase-in will do is alert anyone crazy enough to come to my area not to. A bad situation is only going to grow worse. Many of my people are saying, "Why are you letting this happen, Representative Bentz? What is wrong with you? Can't you talk?" You know what? It's bad for my area, and I put on your desk, Madam Speaker, permission to use a visual aid.
Representative Bentz requests a suspension of the rules to use a visual aid. Any objections? Hearing none, so ordered.
On your desk is this chart. This is actually of Portland. And I copied it and put it on your desk so you can see what the per capita income is in East Portland. $22,874. That light area, that's East Portland. I can be mean and say, I understand why you would overlook my area. We're a long ways away. East Portland's pretty close. They're going to be badly hurt. Colleagues, I spent a great deal of time, I spent a lot of my time reading. I did find a series of articles that address what we should be doing, and thus the phrase, "there is a better way," because there are any number of better ways. And I could spend my time, and by the way, I want to say how much I respect and appreciate Representative Clem's remarks about my area and his efforts. I truly appreciate his efforts. And all of you who tried valiantly but unsuccessfully to try to modify that which you seem to be having to pass today. I appreciate those efforts. And I hope if this passes, we can work to figure something out.
Representative Wisnet yields his time. Please continue.
So what I said, we were going to go to what could we do to actually, and I hate to use the phrase, make Oregon great again. I hate to use it, but it is the truth. At one time, we did have a lot of high-paying jobs in this state. We don't now. All of us understand that there is something seriously haywire with our economy. There is an issue having to do with income inequality. There's something that we need to do. What is that something? Over the weekend, my wife visited us. We went to Powell's bookstore. I bought a copy of Hedrick Smith's something about how everything had gone wrong and what we could do about it. I bought the book. I read it, most of it, and I copied out of it the 10 ideas he has. Who stole the American dream? 10 steps. Infrastructure, push innovation and high-tech research, generate a manufacturing renaissance, make the U.S. tax code more fair, fix the tax code to promote jobs at home, push China to live up to fair trade, perhaps spend less on war, fix housing and other social safety nets, and he calls out the EITC, child support and housing assistance. Not a word about minimum wage. Not a word. Now, I don't blame people for trying to do something. We do need to do something, but here's a list. Hedrick Smith, Pulitzer Prize winner, great guy. Wish I could meet him. Why aren't we doing that? One of the really sad things about what is about to happen here has to do with small business and the impact this will have on our immigrant population. Studies indicate that this will have an incredibly negative impact on small business. Much of our small business is started by, of all people, people that immigrate to our state. Why would we hurt them? It's incredibly damaging for a small business to have to dig up the money to meet these higher wages. They can't. They end up becoming mom and pop operations, and guess who makes out like a bandit in these deals? The great big businesses, the Walmarts. So while people are talking about how this is going to hurt Walmart, no. It'll help because the small businesses will be destroyed. Why are we doing this? Why? It seems to me, colleagues, that once this thing passes, we're going to be spending a whole bunch of time trying to fix it. Seems an odd reversal of how we should approach problem solving. And I'll work with you any way I can. I would urge a no vote.